Hey Riders, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about Kamen Rider Saber Episode 1. I'm a little late to this party, but I checked it out after doing a ton of work, and oh my god, this entire whole series looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and I am really down for this. I really liked all of it, but before we begin the video, if you want to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. Let's just jump straight into it. First of all, it kind of like layers into different sections. I will say this, I am so glad that they didn't have this sort of kind of bubble effect thing that I mentioned in the trailer. I really didn't like at all. So for having this, like having it normal play in the real world, I absolutely really liked it, and I'm so glad they dropped it at last second. So kudos to you, team. Awesome. You kind of like brought into this intro where you have this, I'm guessing like a French commentator. That's how I kind of got it, and he kind of explains a little bit about what's going on, about the creation is all from this one book that's almighty and powerful, and you're kind of like drawn into it because you're wondering what it's all about, and I generally really loved it. And his intros to the first and second episode, I'm happy. I cannot wait because it feels like they're reading from an actual book rather than something kind of like basic. You're introduced briefly to what happens, and there's a group of people called the Salkin, which are basically protectors, and there's a massive war going on, always to protect the book from the bad people, because he goes like, oh, the bad guys, and that's it kind of. You're then introduced to Tomura, who is the main character of the series, and he is an author, and he opens up his own bookshop, and there's a lot of things like that going on. You're also given a bit to his backstory, where it's more kind of like everyone's still fighting, and then this girl gets lost into this book vortex, which I think is Mai, which would make kind of like perfect sense in a way. Mai is the girl that you kind of meet in a little bit anyway. So as like kind of everything is going to, like, the bad guys look like they're winning, all of a sudden Tomoru's dad, which I'm guessing uses like this almighty power, uses his sword, slaps it down, and kind of knocks everything out, which makes Tomoru kind of wake up and be like, oh hey, that was a weird dream. But you find out again that he is a bookstore owner, he is an author in this, and he pretty much just wants to make the world happy through books. I really love the whole premise of like Mai and Tomoru's like kind of relationship, because when I saw it, I generally thought it was funny, and considering like the past Kamen Riders that I've seen, it's always been kind of rough. It's always been kind of like, I'm the main person and don't care. But this one, like you could tell that the love between them was perfect. So I really kind of enjoyed it. Also, the diorama and the train, perfect. What would have been absolutely perfect is the little train that you see. If it was like the one from Tokuja, I would have thought that was absolutely perfect to kind of just like tie it in a little bit, but that would have been awesome. Kind of like coming into the bad guys, you find out that there is this book of creation. I think they're trying to rewrite it or make one themselves. So I'm guessing with all the monsters that come along, that's going to be it. And you know at the very end of the series, it's going to be like, the book is almost done, yeah! And then creates a big bad guy and it gets taken out. But leading up to this, like each bad guy, like you don't really find out what the names are until the next episode. So with this, they are able to kind of create these like magic books to kind of like open up into a realm and kind of like cut parts off in the city, and it flips the books over and stuff like that. I generally kind of like thought this was interesting because it feels like it's not just like I'm going to put a mystical barrier around parts of the city. It feels like when they open the book, that part of the city is locked off and people are still in there, so they can't get out, they can't get in. And I love this sort of element because it feels like a bad guy could hide somewhere and no one could find them, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, time's up, this book's been written. Now, even though I do like the good guy books, like the Wonderland books, I really am digging the evil books. So I'm more inclined to buy one of those because I think they look spot on. They look really kind of cool. Tomoru is basically the type of hero that wants everyone to learn through books, and books are good. That there are no evil books, and how he can't figure out how someone would use a book to kind of be evil, and etc., etc. So the way that he claims his sword is just awesome, and it gave me goosebumps, which is kind of weird because Not a lot of Sentai shows, or like, I know it's not Sentai, but a load of like Japanese shows like Sentai or Kamen Rider actually kind of give me goosebumps. So it's kind of really nice when I was sitting there watching, I was like, oh God, this is really cool. And that's how I know that I'm going to enjoy this entire series. One thing that did kind of make me notice is I love the fact that they're all toys. But then when he like pulls a sword, like the transition is seamless, where he has the prop sword, and I was like, I like that. You're using the toys. That's really, really cool. What else can we do? But I really like the fact that they use this. The way that the books open, the way that the books sound as well is exactly how I kind of thought it would be. You know, you've got that deep voice. It'd be like, brave dragon. And I absolutely love that. I think that is absolutely one of my favorite parts. And I can't wait to see the rest of the kind of books and the names that they've got. It actually did something in this that I wasn't expecting. First of all, it used 3D perfectly. So there is a part in the episode where they have to switch to kind of 3D because of all the elements in the background where they start jumping, and it felt natural. It didn't feel out of character. To me, it felt like it was a PlayStation 4 or a PS5 game or an Xbox game. It's a use of 3D that you don't really see. Now, the one thing that did surprise me is the monster grows, and I was like, oh my God, are they going to bring in a Kamen Rider mech? But no, but Tomaru just kind of like blasts around it, kills the monster straight away, and I was just like, this is spot on. I also kind of really like the fact that the bad guys, like, rather than like monsters or stuff, they're humans. So it feels like they could pass on an everyday thing. So to me, I really, really kind of enjoyed it. And also the end dance, didn't expect that, but I heard apparently Kamen Rider was doing a dance. I was like, really? And I don't know if this is the first dance. If you know, let me know below in the comments. But for me, I wholeheartedly enjoyed this. I wanted to know what was going to happen in the next episode, and at the very end, like, I love it. This is in most like Kamen Riders or Super Sentais or whatever. Is like nearly if there's a person that shouldn't be there or something, you know, the person that thinks that they should have their power just walks in and goes, Tomaru, I think you should give me the book, and it's like, oh my God, what's going to happen in the next episode? So yeah, I really enjoyed it. So it made me kind of want to know more about it. So I am wholeheartedly excited for Kamen Rider Saber. It's taken me a while to get into the first episode, but it's ignited a lot of me wanting to watch and follow the entire series. So yeah, I am going to leave it there. What are your thoughts on Kamen Rider Saber? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Are you liking the aesthetics? Now, I absolutely love the suit. If there's a Fig Arts coming out, I think I might buy another Kamen Rider Fig Arts because he just looks absolutely cool. And I'd say I may collect all of them because I think they do look actually kind of cool. I love the suits. So yeah, I am going to leave it there. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know down below in the comments. If you like this sort of content and you want to see more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.